So on number 7 of your interim assessment for practice, you are given lines A and B parallel. So we know that those are parallel. And also we know that the measure of angle 3 is 66 degrees. Well, the thing is here, if we know that that's 66 degrees, then we know also that angle 6 has to be 66 degrees because those are alternate interior angles. They are congruent to each other. But we're not looking for the measure of angle 6. We're looking for the measure of angle 8. Well, notice that angle 6 and angle 8 make a straight line. Those angles make a straight line. They are supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees because there's 180 degrees in a straight line. So I know that angle 6 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degrees. Well, I know angle 6 is 66 degrees. So to find the measure of angle 8, just subtract that from 180. So we're going to subtract, and that will actually give us the measure of angle 8, which is going to be 114 degrees. So that would be D, 114 degrees. Now number 8 is asking us to find the approximate length of the mid-segment parallel to BC. Well, if we want to know the approximate length of the mid-segment parallel to BC, it's going to be half the length of BC. So we need to use the distance formula and find the length of BC. Remember the distance formula, square root of y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared. So you just plug in your points that you're given, and let's let B be our x1, y1, and C be our x2, y2. So we have square root of, and we're just going to plug in, y2 is negative 1, minus y1 is 1, squared plus x2 is 5, minus x1 is negative 6. So here make sure that you do minus a negative 6 squared. That minus a negative turns into a plus sign, so just don't forget that. That's going to be square root of negative 2 squared plus, we have 11, 5 plus 6, 11 squared. So you're going to put this into your calculator. And you're going to get a decimal approximation. Since it's asking for the approximate, remember we do want to do an approximation. You want to get a decimal. You don't want to leave it as a square root. So you're going to get the square root of 125, which is going to give you about 11.18. 11.18. But that's not what we're looking for. You'll notice that doesn't show up in your answer choices. That's because that's the length of BC. We want the length of the mid-segment parallel. The mid-segment is going to be half of that length. So divided by 2, 11.18 divided by 2. And let's see which of these answers it's closest to. 5.59 approximately, which would round there to 5.6, which would be C. 5.6. So C would be our answer for that one.